make sure you're relaxed and prepared to lose yourself in an exciting and captivating story before pressing play. Today, we'll examine the development and public perception of 55-year-old Erika Eleniak, as well as images that have generated discussion and controversy over the years. Continue watching this film until the very end, as every minute reveals nuances of incidents, attire, and fashion decisions that have shaped a persona that many have found offensive, even indecent by some standards. Our primary objective is to examine how she has bravely accepted her own self-expression over the years. Since Erika's style, attitude, and self-presentation have changed over time, creating a buzz that continues to captivate audiences, spark conversations, and even inspire others to question expectations, our goal is to notice and consider these changes rather than pass judgment. Erika Eleniak was a young, gifted woman who rose to fame for her daring public performances, acting prowess, and attractive looks. Several spectators believed she lacked the alluring vitality of the stars of her day in her historical performances and photographs. Her style has always been on the edge of what society deems acceptable, as you can see when we examine these pictures from various decades. She is one of the most provocative public characters because of her audacity, regardless of whether that reputation is true. Watch the entire movie as we analyze every scene, talk about how it was filmed, and look at how it shows not just her personality but also how society has shifted the definition of indecent and edge art and design. We start by going back in time to Erika's formative professional years. Her photographs were bold, avant-garde, and quite distinct from the more subdued styles of her contemporaries when she first rose to prominence in the region in the early 1990s. The images bring back memories of a period when a young woman defying expectations might enthrall an audience. Erika's eagerness to stand out and question the current quo was evident in her daring cosmetics, creative attire, and expressive gestures. It's vital to remember that some critics frequently overstated how much they admired her assertiveness and femininity by calling her actions indecent. Consider how cultural norms have evolved and how what once horrified society is now viewed as a form of art and individual expression as you view these pictures. Erika's style evolution over time tells a singular tale of metamorphosis that is both personal and reminiscent of the time. Her images, which combined glamour and eroticism, started to push the boundaries in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Here, you can see how she straightened her posture and how her clothing choices demonstrated a strong sense of personal style. Several commentators deemed these changes indecent because of her bare flesh and unrestrained appreciation of her inherent attractiveness. On closer inspection, though, these pictures are more about taking back one's own story than they are about immodesty. They follow the journey of a woman who defied categorization and took advantage of every photo opportunity to highlight her inner power and independence, in addition to her physical attractiveness, which many found inspirational. I implore you to concentrate on these areas, as each image captures the subtleties of a period when fashion and rebellion were exquisitely muddled. The way Erika's public persona has changed as she gets closer to her mid-50s adds a lot of interest to her story. The 55-year-old Erika Eleniak is a living example of the strength of self-expression and the perseverance of self-loyalty. The photographs we're showing here show her in an unrepentant, self-assured, and yes, provocative way, demonstrating that her confidence has only grown with age. These most recent pictures illustrate a lifetime of embracing beauty and conflict by fusing glitter with pure truth. Her decisions now seem more thoughtful, more in line with life's lessons and the realization that genuine beauty arises when one has the guts to be oneself, rather than being shock value. It is a striking narrative of change that demonstrates how what was formerly viewed as indecent may also be reframed as potent art and individual freedom. It is important to consider how public perception affects the legacies of noteworthy people when analyzing these photo collections. Erika's daring style has been labeled indecent by some, despite the fact that ideas of decency are subjective and can reflect societal norms that evolve with every generation. Her photos are the perfect example of how something that was once prohibited can now be accepted. Each image not only captures a particular moment in time, but it also challenges viewers to think about their own concepts of self-expression, humility, and beauty. If you view these photos in chronological order, you may be able to decipher a narrative that is as much about art and personal liberty as it is about celebrity culture. I urge you to watch this film through to the finish in order to completely understand the scope of her work and to think about how each stage of her career adds to a broader discussion on freedom of speech. These pictures demonstrate the risks taken by someone who dared to be different as well as how her style evolved over time. They act as a reminder that sometimes being different can lead to negative labeling, condemnation, and criticism. Responses to Erika's appearances have varied from adoration to disdain, and her journey was not a straight one. At every step, though, she has been able to re-evaluate what it means to be a woman in control of her own image. The pictures we're looking at today are a powerful reminder that every bold choice and ostensibly indecent incident was a step toward creating a unique personality that many people find imaginative and motivating. Consider these pictures and the bravery required to be yourself in a society that frequently values conformity over uniqueness. As our movie draws to a close, I would want to remind you that the goal of this journey is not to blame or criticize a woman for her decision to question social norms and reconsider what it means to be an empowered woman. Even though art can be difficult, divisive, and provocative, Erika Eleniak's photographs serve as a reminder that there is always a reason for it, particularly when it comes to personal expression. They encourage us to understand that what some people find offensive can be a potent expression of individuality for others and to critically examine the words we use to define what constitutes decent and beauty. Like Erika herself, the conversation is always changing, yet it is still worthwhile. Ultimately, if you watch the entire video, you will have experienced a singular journey through the development of Erika Eleniak's public persona, a journey spanning decades and challenging our traditional notions of what is art and what is suitable. Erika's influence on fashion and culture is indisputable and controversial, regardless of whether you agree with the term indecent or believe it celebrates her audacity. Her depictions of boldness, grace, and unadulterated beauty serve as a reminder that great art should challenge conventions and elicit contemplation. After watching this film, I hope you will have a fresh understanding of the value of being authentic, regardless of what others may think, and the strength of self-expression. I appreciate all of your assistance throughout this process. Your willingness to examine these provocative visuals with an open mind shows that you are interested in and determined to see past appearances. Keep in mind that just as art is always evolving, so too is the notion of decency, which is intended to be debated and revised. Keep in mind the images, the stories, and the powerful message that Erika Eleniak's unbridled artistic expressions still represent. Enjoy the rest of your day, and may this research inspire you to embrace your unique self-expression without fear or uncertainty.